It's an incredible day here in Tokyo. You can see behind me the autumn foliage has changed and actually peaked. Most of the leaves are down on the ground. We're gonna walk through Ginkgo Avenue here in Aoyama. This is the crown jewel of the Meiji Restoration, I suppose you could say, in terms of urban planning. This avenue set up in the it would have been in the 19th century, but it really was planted in the 1920s. I guess that was the early Showa period, but planned out in the Meiji era. It's beautiful. We're gonna take a look at it, and you can smell it too. And also, one of the biggest mistakes with romanization of Japanese words, the ginkgo tree. I don't know if you guys did that. Hold on a second. How's the audio? Let me know if the audio is actually coming from this microphone. I always double check that. This is a live stream. Tourists are coming here. Tourists are coming here like crazy. Check it out. The angle that you want to get is not eye level actually these days, because look at that yellow. It's so striking. There's a reason why they decided to pick ginkgo trees. It wasn't because of the smell. It was more because of the shape. Because they wanted in the Meiji Restoration, when they switched over from the Edo period of feudalism to the more Western type of government, they wanted to have that kind of a presentation. And you get this with 4 rows of the ginkgo trees, not just the ones along the street, but there's one straddling the path here. The ones that are near the road, the leaves have actually fallen off. And you can see down here. She's right in the middle of there. You can see, I did not expect that. The leaves on the ground here. As well as a lot of tourists here. It's hard to get a unfettered view. A lot of TikTokers here, as you can see. You can go on the other side of the road. But let's walk down here, kind of get an idea. But before we do that, I know, isn't it amazing? Before we do that, here's exactly where we are. This is the Meiji Jingu Gaien. Actually, it would be more like Gaien-mai Station. And it's pretty close to the Olympic Stadium. You're going to see right there. There's the Imperial Palace in the center of the screen. You can see Shibuya was on the left side. Now this is the Meiji Jingu Gaien-mai area. And the start of this avenue, which was, and you can see even the ginkgo trees are in the Google Earth rendition here. Very center of Tokyo, but a very unique avenue, isn't it? So they wanted the presentation coming into the government building to look regal, and it certainly does. Now, these trees were planted in the 1920s. They've been 100 years old. These ginkgo trees can live up to 1,000 years, which is pretty incredible. Ginkgo trees coming from China, but actually the ginkgo, let's get into this right now. In the late 1600s, a German botanist named Engelbert Kempfer was stationed in Dejima in Nagasaki studying Japanese plants. He recorded the Japanese name for the ginkgo tree, Ginkyo, in Japanese, but when he wrote it down in Roman letters, he misspelled it as Ginkgo. That typo was printed in his 1712 book, copied by later scientists and eventually adopted by, well, everybody. So today the whole world uses the 300-year-old spelling mistake for Japan's famous golden tree, which actually comes from China. That's such a funny story. I heard this years and years ago, but I thought I would share it to you today. We'll talk a little bit more if you want. So this avenue here, even in the spring when there's cherry blossoms around, this is very famous for its yellow color. The trees lining the street here, Ginkgo lined street. It's also known as Ginkyo and Icho Namiki, is it? Dori, and you can see there's a Shake Shack. Take a right, you get a little bit more of those trees there. And it leads all the way past the tennis courts. Again, this is a sporting area to the rubber ball baseball grounds. Hey now. Indoor playing field. And eventually to the Meiji Memorial Picture Gallery. So a tribute to the Meiji Restoration and the change in government. There you go. There's the Meiji Jingu baseball stadium. I think they're tearing that down to put in something new. I'm not quite sure. I haven't been here in a long time, but they haven't even put in the Olympic Stadium there. That's where the Olympic Stadium is, which is crazy. This is quite an old sign. So the more appropriate angle is down here. It's looking at the leaves. And if you want to get pictures at this time, let me see here, you probably want to get down low. It's hard to do it with the gimbal. And you can see people like to get pictures throwing the leaves up here. Now I gotta wash my hands. Ugh. Look at the tour bus going on the right side. Japanese media was here yesterday and reminded me, I haven't live streamed on the street in a while. And they didn't come here just for the colors. They came here for the tourists. There were so many tourists. Look like this guy. He's just crossing the street, and it's really dangerous to do something like that. There were people trying to get pictures of the ginkgo trees by standing in the middle of the street, and the cars were coming, and it created a massive problem. There's a lot of places around Tokyo right now, and not just Tokyo, Japan, with people that are taking pictures, and they're putting their tripods in the street. Right now, Roppongi is the big place with the Christmas lights. They just turned them on December 1st, I think it was. And now you have a crossing where everybody stops at the crossing to take the pictures. Some of the people are putting tripods up in the middle of the street at the crossing. And even though the light is now red, they're still trying to take a picture. It's super dangerous, and it creates havoc. And not everybody is a Japanese driver here. A lot of people could be renting cars and not know the traffic laws, and boom, somebody gets hit. So it's a disaster waiting to happen, and they're trying to find ways to fix that. But this area was under great scrutiny by the Japanese media for the last couple of weeks, in particular, just recently. But if you look up, a lot of the ginkgo trees on the inside have lost their leaves, and a lot of them on the outside now are starting to as well. Most of them are on the ground, but it still presents that autumn feel. Now the yellow is all down below. It reminds me of getting older. Sometimes that hair ends up in the sink. Oh, it's part of life. They'll be back, these leaves, but the hairs that I've lost in my head won't. I'm still doing okay. Anyways, there's a Shake Shack over there. There's a couple of really beautiful places to go for the autumn foliage. One of them is here. The other one is Aoyama Daigakuin. If you guys know where Aoyama Daigakuin, it's about a 5-10 minute walk from here towards Shibuya. So you could get off at Aoyama Ichome, the station, go through here and walk to Shibuya, and you're gonna see most of Tokyo's beautiful autumn foliage just in this walk going there. And you could even continue from Shibuya, go over to Yoyogi Park, and you'll see some more autumn foliage over there. Yoyogi Park's not quite as stunning. Even in the cherry blossom season, you go to Yoyogi Park because it's kind of fun. But there's the other street with the ginkgo trees. They've kind of left over there as well. But I thought it was just really funny. So the urban planners chose the ginkgo or ginkgo trees because they grow into a perfect cathedral-like tunnel, which is true. Check it out. You can see it with the branches here. Do you see that? That's why they picked it, so they can get that view. They tolerate Tokyo's pollution and summer heat. During the 1980s, it was certainly a lot hotter, a lot more polluted than it is today. Trying to be respectful here. But these days, Tokyo's pollution is not so bad, so a lot of it is coming. I'll just show you me instead. A lot of the pollution's coming from across the other side of the Sea of Japan, so to speak. But these trees will last quite a long time. Japanese call the Ginkgo tree, which comes from China. Right there, you see it. I said it earlier. Icho tree, which is ginkgo in English, or ginkgo in Chinese, I suppose. It's a beautiful tree, but they do last for quite a long time. There's 4 rows that flank the wide boulevard, again, to make the walkways look cathedral-like going towards Meiji Memorial. And it's designed by notable landscape architectures of the early Showa era. When they were planted around 1923-26, this was cutting-edge urban design. And Babe Ruth, when he visited, would have come through here as well, probably admiring the beautiful ginkgo trees. Baseball season would have been over, but he came during the off-season, I believe. So he might have seen this. I love the story of Babe Ruth coming in 1936. So there you go, a little bit of the history behind this, so you guys can understand why. This avenue is called the Namiki Avenue. Icho Namiki Avenue. Icho meaning the ginkgo trees. Namiki means lined up trees. Namiki, leading to Meiji Jingugayan, which is one of Japan's first planned scenic boulevards. Yeah, back in the early Showa. Out of respect for the Emperor Meiji, right? Designed in the 1920s. It's a Western capital influence, so they kind of wanted to give you a feel of what the West was like. Japan starting to, I don't know, how should I say this? Trying to appeal to the West, so to speak, or trying to increase their trade and wealth by adjusting its Eastern styles to the West. It is really beautiful. It's hard to find pictures right now, but you'll see some if you kind of look around. Thank you, Ramsey Silent. You can see just patches of the green ginkgo leaves there. It's just so beautiful with that blue sky. You don't see it too much. And today I wanted to get you outside, and I needed to get outside for a little bit to admire some of the beauty of the Japanese autumn here. Impressive. It does smell like Ginkgo Avenue. The closest traffic light is at the end of the street, and if I'm not mistaken, is that the Christmas market? Has it opened? I went to the Christmas market. If so, maybe I'll have to come back here and bring Kanai and... Yeah, I think it is. Should we go check that out? All right, we're gonna go check out, see if the Christmas market is up here. I'll have to come back for another live stream to cover it, but it feels like we're talking about Christmas markets now, and they're all open because it's the end of December, but it's still autumn, right? We're still got some of these ginkgo tree leaves are yellow, so I mean, we move pretty fast these days with the marketing to try to get people into the spirit. But December, see, Japan, the weather here is actually quite warm. Right now, I would say it's about, I don't know, 2 days ago, it was about 15 degrees, or like, it felt like low 60s, which is not autumn-like at all. And right now, I suppose it's around 10 degrees, 12 degrees with the sun, which is about 53 degrees, which is very fair, right? I still have a jacket on, but I could probably go without the jacket here. I'm smart about it because I know that there's a breeze, and I know if a cloud comes, it's gonna chill out really fast, but you can see the blanket of the yellow leaves behind me. So it's hard to get the perfect angle. Sometimes the best angle is the angle looking down. Oh, there we go. There you go. There you go. Yellow all around me. Very beautiful. See here, we get the chat to give you guys see, Tony is here. I always love these colorful trees. It's very nice. But it's funny though, the color is no longer on the trees. It's now on the ground. they do a pretty good job of cleaning up the trees, the leaves. So probably tomorrow, all the yellow leaves are going to be gone by the weekend, which is kind of shame. All right, the signal's probably going to go out just because we're getting closer to that Christmas market and a lot of people, but we'll see. The end of the street, we might pick up a little bit more. It is still early in the day. If the signal cuts, it really can't be helped. It's just sort of the part of the experience of live streaming. You just don't know what's going to happen. Tokyo having really fast internet, except the upload speeds are not good enough comparatively to the download speeds, which are 10 times faster, because they want you to get content in the upload speeds of stuff here. Thanks, UFO Bob. I know that it's cutting out. There's not a lot I can do about it. It's a beautiful walk here. We're at the end of the market and end of the street, and we'll see if the signal will come back up here. All right, we're at the end of the street. I think possibly the signal's going to be coming back again. I see Santa Claus. Yeah, there we go. We're at the end of the street, so the signal should be back here. I apologize. So this is the Meiji Memorial Picture Gallery here. You can see it's 500 yen entry, and that's that old-looking building at the end of the street. It's really pretty, and it looks like the Christmas market isn't quite open yet. That Meiji Memorial is under construction or renovation right now. Sorry, the signal kind of was going in and out a little bit there as we're walking down the street here. But you can see it's how do I position this right? It's really pretty street, isn't it? That could be the thumbnail. The Christmas market doesn't look like it's all there yet. Let's go have a look-see, because if you're in Tokyo or you're going to be in Tokyo in the next week, this is one of the places to go. I came here last year. I don't like this Christmas market. You want to know why? You want to know I don't like something? There's no trees in there. It's just this flat area. There's no fountains. It feels like they put it in the most boring spot possible. So it is kind of, yeah, here it is. The Tokyo Christmas market is going to be taking place right here. We're early. I get the thumbnail here. There you go. With that guy walking across the sign. I don't know what he's doing there. It's kind of a boring area. Gotta be honest. The fountain's off. There's no snow. If there was snow, it would be good. Is it open? It seems really early if it's open. They have these days, and rightfully so, I think you might need a permit to film in there. But the signal has cut out quite a bit. There you go. The Christmas markets in Tokyo are all based on the German model. So it feels like you're, in another land. I guess you could say Austria and Prague, but basically the European Christmas model. And they're nice. The prices are kind of high, which you expect. You're probably the same as in Europe. But I like the fact that they have these Christmas markets. There's another one at the Tokyo Skytree, and the reason why is because you want to feel that Christmas spirit. I like getting together with other people that also really love that Christmas spirit, which is not about receiving presents, by the way. It's a lot deeper than that. And you can feel it at places like this, just a little bit, because sometimes in Japan, it's all about the marketing. Here, I'll get a flyer for it. The signal's cutting in and out. All right. Oh wow, oh my goodness. It started really early. This market started in November? No wonder. Okay, I'm gonna have to come here with Leo and Kanai, I think, one night. How's the signal? Looks like we're cutting out again, huh? Just the way it is sometimes. Here, let me show you the flyer. If the signal comes back a little bit here, it should be. So here's the flyer, the Tokyo Christmas Market flyer here. You can see it's a little windy. So it's entry until the 19th is 1,000 yen on weekdays, 1,500 yen on weekends, and Christmas time it jumps up to 1,000. Kids are half price, and you get that really nice Christmas mug. Look at that. That's not too bad. Some general information. I can't believe it started November 21st. That's before Thanksgiving. That's insane. Insanely Christmassy. Good way. It's a good way. All right, I'm gonna. The thing with one of the problems with these. I'm gonna be really honest with you always, but one of the problems that I have with these Christmas markets, they bring in these Japanese idol bands here, and it just loses all that Christmas spirit when you have a Japanese idol band singing in the background. But that gets a lot of people to come in here. They're not coming for Christmas though, you know what I mean? They're coming for the idols. My new Christmas pyramid they have here is interesting. And here's the history of it here. It's based on the European model. Let's see, what is that? That looks like, is that Munich or? Yeah, basically German, but I'm sure it borrows from a bunch of other places. Brussels, Nuremberg. I went there for a live stream, guys, on this channel. I think it was before the pandemic, wasn't it? Kanai and I went to Nuremberg, and we had a nice meetup. A lot of viewers. We got a lot of really wonderful viewers from Germany, and Belgium, and the Czech Republic. I couldn't believe how many people showed up. That was wonderful. All right, this is the most important part: the food. A lot of this stuff looks very familiar. They don't write the prices in here, but it tells you some of the history and the reasoning behind it. It's a little bit more varied than last year, apparently. Last year, or 2 years ago when I came here, it was really, I don't know, it just kind of repetitive. All the shops seem to sell 2 or 3 of the same stuff. But maybe things are a little bit better now. I think the pandemic had just sort of ended here. There's a Christmas market at Shiba Park as well that opens. I like this one better because Tokyo Tower's there. That's interesting. I didn't know that there's one at Shiba Park too. That opens tomorrow. What? And it's a green cup. Wow, you can collect them. You get the green cup at Shiba Park and the red cup here. So you got to go to both now. That's pretty smart. I got to give them some credit here. So Tokyo's Christmas market, they have one at Shiba Park as well. I gotta get Eric serve 6. He contacted me the other day. Love Eric. It's a good friend. I haven't seen him in ages as well. We should get him here. Do a Tokyo Christmas street food episode. Nobody does vending machines and street foods better than, well, maybe I do. I wouldn't admit that. I just did. I wouldn't admit that. But Eric is the best when it comes to food and vending machines. He's a beacon of positivity, and that's why we love him. All right, why don't we go down this street on this side here? Because we haven't. I got to go back to the station here, and I told a couple of viewers where I was. Jay is visiting from the Philippines, I believe. Jay, are you here? Or are you watching from back home? I wasn't clear. But that's a really nice shot. Check this out. But if you are here, Jay, it'd be fun to catch you. There's a bunch of people that are here. Oh, there's the Jingu Stadium, and if you keep going around here, you'll get to the Olympic Stadium. And eventually to Shinjuku. If you keep on going. Some people just keep on going. Lamborghini Omar's back here. I went to the no staff vending machine. Did you really? That's not easy to get to. That's in Gunma. Good on you, mate. That's really cool. It's so clean. Yeah, it's such a nice view here. A lot of people are catching that photo. I'm gonna turn off the live chat on the side here. Wow. I'm gonna see if I can get a better view for you. Hold on a second. You gotta go up above the crowd. How's that? I'm holding it up. We're about 8 feet high now. My arm's hurting. I was holding you up like this high. So I'm here so because you're not. Or some of you are here. Many of you might make that walk now that I'm showing you that this place is pretty nice. The other place, the other place I would go, there's a park that they illuminate at night. Do you guys know which one I'm talking about? It's up in the north part of Tokyo near a little bit past Ueno, right? That park is really nice. All right, we're probably gonna lose signal again. This is the dead Z zone. Stick with me until we get to the other side here. Look at the shadows of the trees. I love that. Without the leaves reflecting onto the yellow pavement. Really nice. Again, there's more leaves on the ground than there are. Look at that. It's really pretty. It's more pretty. I've never seen like a tree trunk that was just so beautiful, like Christmas morning with presents under it. Wow, and it's still pretty loaded up there. Wow. I also like, I was just saying this earlier when the signal was weak, that the shadows of the trees are on the pavement here, which adds another element to the beauty of this. It'd be pretty nice to see, look at that, the tree shadow, the way that the light is coming right now. The sun does not go up very high in this time of year. Of course, after the 21st of December, when winter hits, this winter solstice, the days start getting longer again, thankfully. I'm not someone who likes winter because mostly the days are too short. And the sun comes up later and it goes down at 4:30. By 4:30, it gets pretty dark in the middle of December. Wow. Really nice tourists visiting from all over the place. It's already peaked here. I'd say maybe last week was the best time to be here. But last week there were a lot of issues with tourists crossing the street illegally, blocking traffic, or almost getting hit by cars. They have these like people would be jumping in here to get pictures, but they properly put the keep out sign, which also is in English and in Korean as well, and other languages, so people can understand. But I don't think that really prevented a lot of people from not breaking the rules. It doesn't seem to have much impact. You have like this, I don't know, it's like a moth to a light. You know, you're like a bug zapper. You know you're going to get zapped, but you're just mesmerized by the light or that desire to get this picture for social media that's already been taken 1,000 times. But we all want to be in that spot, right? We all want to feel like we were there. Get that's our I guess you could say like our souvenir. That's the word. It's not something that people buy that often, but we'll take a selfie in a place that is really beautiful, and that'll be how we remember we were there, I suppose. But I'll tell you this, folks, I would take more video than photos. Photos are nice, but if you take like 5 to 10 second video clips in each spot. Actually, I'll go this way if the signal's working. Take just 5 to 10 second video clips. No more, no less, okay? Just 5 to 10 seconds. It's very easy to edit it. In fact, the AI on your iPhone could probably put that into a really nice video. That has, when you see the movement and the sounds and everything, that has more value than photos these days. And let's be honest, does anybody print out their photos and put them into photo albums anymore? Not really. I've been finding a lot more when I go on trips, taking these 5 to 10 second video clips and putting together a really nice 3-minute video that you can rewatch again, which is like a photo album, but it's moving, and that's really cool. And to be honest, half of the photos, no, I said 90% of the photos on my phone probably are garbage, just like snapshots and stuff. I come from the age of film in cameras where you didn't want to waste your film. Look at that. I like a little bridge to get in here. Nice. So if you take too many, I'm a little bit more conservative with clicking away, I think, but I've got 1 terabyte of memory space on my iPhone 17 here, and it fills up real quick. I had a terabyte on my 14 as well, and I'd have to clear that out once every few months. And I can tell you, most of those photos just wasted space. You have to edit yourself at the end of the day, just start deleting photos and stuff. But taking this 5 to 10 second video clips of the places that you would normally take a picture, you could do both. Put a little heart mark there to put it into important or like or keepsakes, and then when you're on the airplane going home, just edit that all together real quickly on iMovie or something. There's a lot of free other software. Android phones have it, and you'll have something that you can show everybody that's more valuable than the photos. And I don't know, social media these days, everyone's posting the same pictures. There's something special about posting a video. Look at this. Hey, there's a QR code. You guys can put your smartphones and click it if you want. You can see what this is all about. I guess it's something. Not sure what that I guess you could pause it in the playback if you wanted to quickly. And on second thought, I kind of moved pretty quickly there. That's really nice. Look at the Cathedral-like tunnel. I've been in this restaurant a few times. Kihachi. I just remember I always was meeting friends here, so I don't even remember if the food was good. But I've been here a few times. It's a little pricey. I don't remember. But the desserts look good. Oh my. Chestnut pie. I don't remember the food. It wasn't very memorable. There's the Kihachi, and then there's the other place here. Yeah, I think you remember more eating lunch underneath the ginkgo trees than you do. They're two different restaurants here. Okay, I've eaten at both of them. It's not really, I guess, inspiring food. Royal Garden Cafe. I don't know. I was just always focused on talking with my friends. I didn't really think about the food. It wasn't the reason why I came to eat here. There you go, everybody. Tokyo's autumn has peaked, and we have a very beautiful street lined with yellow ginkgo leaves. Some of them are still on. Most of them are on the ground. You know what that means? That means that winter is coming. You know what's next? Winter. I don't like winter. But the good part about winter is the next season is spring. That means cherry blossoms. That means warmer weather. That means longer days. That means hope. And that's all I can hope for. If you haven't already seen this episode, there you go. There's a new episode drop from the countryside. I know you're gonna love it. Leave me a comment on the video if you like it. It's taking you out to the countryside, to the nature. It's on my main channel right there. Boom. I came prepared a little bit. A lot of people watching this on their TVs. I'm really big in their living rooms right now. 60% of people watch this on their TVs. That's amazing to me. So you might have your smartphone out. You could go and check out that video on the main channel. How do you get the QR codes? Get your regular phone app for the iPhone or whatever you have, and if you just use your phone app and go onto the screen, it automatically picks up the link. It's really cool. But QR codes, the reason why I'm showing it to you, because QR codes are now everywhere in Tokyo. Everywhere. In fact, there's some of the passes I'm watching on my 4K TV. I'm glad that these are finally in HD size. The live streams finally got into 1080p, and I bet you when the AV1 format, this is HEVC, AV1 format takes over, we'll have much less bandwidth and be able to get those 4K live streams, which will be pretty cool. Very cool. So there you go. There's the avenue here. This is Aoyama. Again, if you take a right, you're gonna head into Shibuya, and if you take a left, you get to the Aoyama Ichome station, which is on the Oedo line and the Oedo line and the Hanzamon line, the purple one. For those of you who are not sure, Hanzamon and Oedo line. Oedo line being like the loop line. It's one stop from. You could walk here from Roppongi very easily. But this will take you towards. This is 246, I believe. This will take you towards Shibuya and Omotesando first. You'll hit Omotesando and then Shibuya. And Aoyama University is about 10 minutes in that direction, but I'm going this way. You guys want to walk with me? I'm going back to Aoyama Ichome Station. Walk with me. Extended live stream. That's really nice. The thing I like about this traffic light, it's really long. So you can get a quick shot. Grab a quick shot there, but don't linger. Once that light starts blinking, you better start running. Get to that other side. Don't be one of those people. I'm trying my best not to be one of those people. You can see there's a guy in my station going to the right, and I'm going to the left. Oh, the Ginza line stops at Aoyama Ichome as well. See, there's the Hanzamon, the Oedo line, and the Ginza line. It's a nice walk here. I don't come out here that often, but I was, look at the leaves going. That reminds me of American Beauty. You remember that movie? The Honda building, which is on the corner, is gone. That's where Asimo used to be, and I found out that they ended the Asimo program. No more Asimo. That was my friend. We played soccer together. We raced one another. You know, I shook hands with Asimo, and then Honda ended him. Asimo is like, going to the moon for NASA. From that project, by doing it, they learned so much about engineering that they used in their cars and in other mobility tech that is actually more useful. But Asimo didn't have AI or anything like that in him or her or it. So Asimo is a robot. So they ended the program. But I think perhaps Asimo might be back. And you know what? The creepiest thing? Right now, the flavor of the month is rum raisin inside of the Family Mart. They've got rum raisin everything in there. Rum raisin melon pan. But Asimo came. This is true story. I filmed it, but I didn't release it. He came in like a coffin. It looked like a Dracula. Asimo, so I got a permit. This is like way back when the heck was it? 2013 or 2014. And Asimo, they brought him in from Tochigi, from the factory, I think. And they came in like this coffin. And they opened it up and there's Asimo inside, like Dracula. It was really amazing. What kind of car is that? Mamma mia. I want this one. Wow. What is that? Does anybody know? What is that? This area has a ton of dealerships for Ferrari, Lamborghini, all those big. You saw the Mercedes ones over there. A McLaren? Really? I only drive that in the video games. That's pretty cool. Should I get another? We can look at it, the McLaren. Really? You don't see McLarens very often, do you? Hold on a second, there's some people walking. Look at that. That feels like a video game to me. Just like, look at that building right there. It's got a spoon on the side of it, or a shoehorn. Don't know so much why. Here's the what was once the Honda building is now being dismantled, and nobody's inside there. I don't think they're renovating it. I think they're going to tear it down. This is Honda's exhibition and offices in Tokyo. It's a great spot on this intersection, prime real estate. I have one more story I'm going to tell you since I'm taking you here to Aoyama. I got to tell you the stories that I haven't told anyone before because I think it's I just have never told anybody this stuff. So hold on, let me get around the Honda building. I've been living here for almost 3 decades. You know, doing media stuff, so some of the stories I have will shock you. All right. So, in that tower, between the Honda building and this one, right in the middle of this tower, I don't even know how I met her. Oh, okay, I knew her assistant. Her assistant was in one of the groups I was doing on Facebook. But she was the queen of Amway, I believe. I can't remember her name, but she invited me up to her apartment, which is the top floor. And she had knocked out all the walls around the top floor and made the top floor into one big room that went around with the elevators in the center. And I was blown away. She had pictures of the English royalty. She was beloved with Monaco, the royal family of Monaco. She just had so much money. I guess it's like that pyramid scheme. I don't know what Amway is. I don't want to talk bad about it. I should call it a scheme. But because I've had a lot of my friends do Amway, and it's an interesting way to get alternative products too. They make some good products, but she made her fortune with that, and she passed away about 10 years ago, which is a shame. Her assistant took over, and I believe they no longer live on that top floor. But it's an amazing story. She had a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, and she said I could take a ride with her. I make friends with some amazing people, and now that she's gone, I guess I could talk a little bit about it. But yeah, Amway still exists. Yeah, but that was an awful loss when she passed away. She was really a petite person too, but she had a huge heart. I guess at least that's what I saw of her. I didn't know her too well, but she had a really big heart, and her assistant was super nice. I don't even know how I knew her. Maybe she was in my Yakiniku group, but I often did Yakiniku events, and I'd had about 400 or 500 people doing networking stuff. Maybe it was through a friend of mine. I knew a lot of people in media back then, TV stuff, but quite an interesting story. But every time I walk through Aoyama Ichome, I'm reminded, because I see that building, and I'm reminded that I was up there at the top at that penthouse one day with a really nice lady who was showing me pictures and heirlooms and stuff from royalty from all over the world. It was incredible. Self-made woman, really, really amazing story. I don't know too much about her story because she passed before I could do it for the channel, but there you go. It's one of the many, many stories that I have of I've met a ton of famous people. A lot of them I just don't talk about. They're just chance, You leave your house, you get out there, you don't know what's going to happen. Well, something bad could happen, but something really great could happen too. And I like to lean that possibly is going to happen like that. And if you have a positive thinking about stuff, positive stuff seems to happen. Negative stuff will happen too, but more positive than negative. And that's just the way you guys kind of look at it. All right, guys, there you go. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas. I'll take you around to those Christmas markets. I won't be here for 2 weeks from the middle of the month, but I'll still live stream from the U.S. and try to bring you some stories. I'll be telling you some stories, but I'm not going to stop streaming in the U.S. this time. I usually will turn it off, but we'll keep on going, maybe every other day or something, especially doing Q&A, because 2026 is a very pivotal year for Japan. I really do believe that it might be one of the last easy years to travel for a bit. I don't know what's going to happen in 2027, but I don't know. Everyone's looking at the stock market crashing and the economy going bad. We don't feel that yet, so I'm really optimistic on 2026 because I'm a hopeless optimist, I guess you could say, in many things, which is also a weak spot of mine. But roly-poly rabbit to you right in here. We need more story time. All right, I got a lot of these stories. I could share some of them. I might have to change the names, but I'll share some of them maybe at the end of this year as we close out 2020. And I'm kind of sad because I'm not going to be here for the New Year's. I always would go to a nice popular spot. Last year we had 50,000 people watching the live stream as the New Year's popped into Tokyo at the time. It was crazy. Just all of a sudden I went from like 200, 300, and then it said 10,000, 50,000, and then things started like going crazy. The stream was flying by. Stuff like that happens. I don't know what's going to happen this year. I'll be taking it easy for this New Year's. And then 2026, we're going to start off with a bang. We got a lot of big episodes coming. So take care, everybody. I'll see you on the other side. See you tomorrow as I take you to another place, maybe around Tokyo. Stay warm. It's getting a little nippy. I told you, that's why I need the jacket. It might be 12 degrees in the sun. It feels like it's about 8 degrees with the breeze right now. So bundle up. I love how I've seen purple cement mixers, blue cement mixers, pink cement mixers. They got to make this one into a Matchbox or a Tommy car. All right, matane. Thanks, everybody.